What is up, guys? It's your boy GY14, and we're trying to play Overwatch, but Battle.net does not work. Here for another episode of the Dynamic Duo podcast. It's your boy GY14. I already did the introduction, but who gives a shit anymore? So we got a few things to talk about today. We'll start with the main story: is the whole Colin Kaepernick kneeling 2 weeks in a row now for the national anthem, and now he's actually got support from other players. There's an issue with this, mainly because of the fact that if you look at what he's done, it's made, in my opinion, he knew he was going to get cut, so he wanted to make news. So he goes and makes a big deal. It does something that he shouldn't have done in the first place. He pretty much was like, I don't want to leave the team, so I'm going to sit there and do the Black Lives Matter thing and start doing it during the national anthem. He decided to kneel and kind of disrespect the soldiers that are overseas. And honestly, in my opinion, he has the right to do it. But for the cause that he did it for was kind of ridiculous. And now he's got more support from everyone else about it. So, the NFL, there's gonna be issues with it, because the NFL a lot of the fans in the NFL are very patriotic, and some people don't realize why he's doing it, for the way he's doing it. But they're gonna think of it, oh, you don't like this country. Well, why should I come watch you play if you don't like our country? It's just, there's so many issues with this, and now that there's other players doing it with him and other people in different sports doing it, it does not help the case at all. He was a great athlete at the time. He hasn't done anything relevant, really, so it doesn't help his case at all. And in my opinion, I just think he, excuse me, my TV's a little loud, but in my opinion, I think he just wanted to do this because he knew he was going to get cut. That's just opinion, though. I'm not going to sit there and say that's the case. I don't want Colin Kaepernick coming after me because of me stating my opinion. But now that he's got support, the NFL can't really do anything about it now, because he has at least 3 other players doing it, plus there's other people in different sports doing this as well, which we have a right to do something like that. Technically, it's in our Constitution because of freedom of speech, but it's not a good thing to do, because you're kind of disrespecting the men and women that are fighting for your rights to do what you're doing overseas right now. We have people overseas that are defending that freedom that we have, for us to go watch these athletes that are disrespecting. Is it disrespectful? Yes. Do I understand why he did it? Yes. Could he done a different way? Could he did it in a different way? Definitely. There's so many ways he could have done that. He could have actually joined a group and protested and so donated to the group or anything like that. He didn't have to go and kneel during the national anthem just to get his point across. That was the way he approached it was terrible, and that's the issue. Oh my god, this is a hellhole right now. But anyway, over the past few days, college footballs came back, thank God, and there's been a ton of upsets, and my team, West Virginia, won, which is awesome. Go Mountaineers. But you had Oklahoma lose, Notre Dame lose, Alabama crushed USC, you had LSU losing to Wisconsin. There were so many upsets this year. So in the first week, it was the first time in history that 2 top 5 teams lost them in the first week. It was nuts. You're gonna have a bunch of teams, and Oklahoma losing to Houston is going to be a big deal, because if Houston wins out, they have a huge chance of going into the college playoff, which everyone would love to see. Oh my god, this team is terrible. But I would love to see an underdog team like that actually. I would love to see. My buddy's an idiot. I would love to see a team like Houston or a team like, like West Virginia. Someone that no one would expect to get into the college playoff actually get in this year. And considering that some teams have already lost, that were like major people to get in, major teams to get into the college playoff this year, it's going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting season for sure. I mean, for the most part, the bigger teams played smaller schools. There's only a few teams that didn't. Like Oklahoma played Houston, who was ranked 15th overall, and then they end up losing. And the thing was, Houston had them beat the whole game for the most part. It was 17-33 for the longest time in the third and fourth quarter. And then finally, Oklahoma got something put together in like the last 2 minutes, which it's too late then. So that makes everything a little more interesting. But I mean, if you look at Houston's schedule, the only ranked team they play at this point going in is Louisville. And if they could beat Louisville, I think it's at Louisville too. If they play Louisville and beat Louisville this year, I honestly think that Houston will be a number 3 or 4 seed in the college playoff. That will be awesome. I would love to see a team like that get in. I would love to see West Virginia get in. I'm very biased. I really hope. I'm definitely trying to go see the Mountaineers play the YSU Penguins this year. It'll probably be the only game I'll get to go to Mountaineer wise, but I mean, it'd be really cool to go see, because a bunch of my buddies are YSU fans and I'm a WVU fan, so it'll be really cool. It'll be really cool. I'm taking this point. What's up? Uh-oh. Get out. Leave me alone. No. Yes. But first week college football. This game's so intense right now. I'm so sorry. This is nuts. Alright, let's get this point. There we go. Alright, now that we got the point. College football's first week, you couldn't ask for a better first week. College football, every first week of college football is great. There's always upsets, and that's the thing about college sports. You see a lot more upsets than you would in the NFL. Like, granted, NFL's going to be starting soon, very soon, actually. The Eagles are going to play the Browns first week. And I work with a bunch of Browns fans, so this is going to be, I'm an Eagles fan, so it's going to be a fun week for me. But, I mean, if you really look at it, it's just more people are going to draw into NFL, but at the same time, college football is like the epitome of football, because you actually see players that actually want to do their best and they don't have a paycheck. They're trying to get drafted by teams that will give them paychecks in the NFL. But these athletes are insane, and now we're going into the new season of college football. It's just going to be great. So, 1-0 Mountaineers tied in the Big 12 with other teams such as like TCU and Baylor right now, because they're 1-0. Texas is 1-0. They beat Notre Dame. That was a great game last night. I mean, double overtime. And speaking of overtime, we're in overtime in our game. But, like, oh shit, I'm frozen. Damn it. But, double overtime. The game was intense. You couldn't ask for a better football game. Like, for either team, opening game. Even though Notre Dame lost, and their college playoff hopes are gone, but still, you couldn't have asked for like a better outing of that, because it was such a close game. I just hope Texas actually is decent this year, to where it credits Notre Dame to be like, all right, you lost to a great team. You just didn't get like screwed by some small school first week, because then that's going to make Notre Dame look terrible. So, in my opinion, that is pretty intense. I mean, the NFL, Sam Bradford got traded to the Vikings for a first round draft pick in 2017 and a 4th round draft pick in 2017. So the Eagles will benefit from that, because next year's draft is supposed to be a lot better than last year's draft. Carson Wentz is going to be starting for the Eagles week 1. It's kind of ballsy. I don't like the call by Doug Peterson as the coach, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, we're playing the Browns, so hopefully it could work out for the Eagles. Come on, we need to get that point. Get the point. Ah! Oh my god, this is so intense. So, for the WWE news this week, the main thing I'm going to talk about is Kevin Owens winning the Universal Championship. Now, last week I said I hated the championship design, and I really do. I hate the damn thing so much. It's so disgusting looking. I definitely like what, now looking like at the new, like the SmackDown championships, like their tag team championships and their women's championships. Their women's I don't really care about, but their tag team championships look a lot better than the original tag team championships. So I like that. I actually like the fact that they look a little more professional than the giant bronze belt, like the giant bronze plating on it. Like, it actually looks like it looks decent. Even though it's silver, it looks decent. But Universal Championship's still ugly for the Raw side. But they finally got someone to be crowned the Universal Champion. Finn Balor had it won at SummerSlam in a great match with Seth Rollins, but he was injured during the match, so he had to forfeit the title, which led to a fatal 4-way elimination match between Big Cass, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and can't think of Kevin Owens. And oh my god, what a main event. Like, it was insane. There was points where Big Cass looked like he could fit in the main event picture. Like, he could, like, it seemed like he was a credible person to actually have the championship, because he fit in. Like, granted, there was times where he fought like a big guy, but there was times where he was actually, like, he looked like he could fit in the main event picture, which was awesome to see. They're giving these younger guys chances, and that's awesome. Because really, if you think about it, Big Cass has been around in the WWE since after WrestleMania, so it hasn't been that long. And they gave him a title opportunity already, and it's already exploded. Like, they're gonna end up giving him a big push eventually. Not like a big push, like a Roman Reigns push, but they're gonna give him something to where he probably wins like the United States Championship or something. Finally died. Good lord. But this match was nuts. Big Cass got eliminated by Kevin Owens because of a frog splash. So then it left Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens in the ring. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were fighting outside. All of a sudden, the cerebral assassin, the CEO of the company, Triple H, comes out, pedigrees Roman Reigns, throws him back in the ring, Rollins pins him. And I'm like, ah, crap. This is not going to be Owens' night. I can see it now. And Kevin Owens is sitting in the corner. Triple H picks him up. I'm like, ah, crap. Here we go. He drops him, picks up Seth Rollins, and pedigrees Seth Rollins. And I think everyone on their face was like, what the fuck just happened? And it was a great moment, because, like, We didn't know if that was like there was that type of belief where, wow, was that actually supposed to happen? Like, did that really, like, is that how it was actually supposed to be? Because if that's the case, that's awesome. It was a great call by like they ended up it actually was scripted to go like that. They were just great actors. Everyone played a great surprise role. Kevin Owens looked surprised that he was going to win the championship. Like, honestly, I didn't think, like, the way Kevin Owens sold that, it made it look like that it was not like an on purpose thing. Like, it actually looked like it was like, oh my god, like, this is actually like not scripted. This is awesome. There's been times like that this year with WWE where they've done stuff that makes it look like it's off the script, but it's actually on script. Like the whole Brock Lesnar beating up Randy Orton at SummerSlam and busting him wide open. That was actually scripted. A lot of people think that it was Brock Lesnar mad at the writing saying that Randy Orton was going to win, and that was not the case. It was actually scripted for him to take off his elbow pad and beat the hell out of Randy Orton. That was pretty sweet in itself. There was the whole Miz and Daniel Bryan shoot. That looked realistic. It looked like there was some hostility there and everything, but it was actually scripted. So there's just been times where it's made, like, this past few weeks of wrestling has actually made you question, like, oh my god, was that actually supposed to happen? Because if that's the case, oh my god, I'm watching my rating just drop. Good lord. I just keep getting stuck on crappy teams on Overwatch. I'm sorry to say that, but I mean, if you look at like, if you look at the WWE lately, they've made you have that, like, second guess factor of, like, wow, is that really supposed to happen? Because that's really cool. And that's what they needed to do lately to kind of get the fans back into it. And actually, I'm actually sucked into it now. But Kevin Owens deserves the championship. He's walked in the main roster, beats John Cena clean, and then goes and on a mid-card tirade, winning the Intercontinental Championship twice, maybe 3 times. But I mean, finally getting his opportunity to be on the main card. Now, there's other people that don't think he should be on the main card, which is kind of funny because a bunch of other promoters, Jim Cornette, if you guys know who that is, he's the used to be the Ring of Honor coordinator. Like, he used to run it, and he said that Kevin Owens is never gonna win a championship on the big show. And look at him now. Like, he has won the big one. Well, kind of the big one, because the Universal title's, like, I don't know. The Universal title's so ugly, it just makes me mad. So, but he has won the Raw Championship. Like, he has actually won a big title in WWE. This is going to be his first major title reign. And that is really impressive. Like, not including the Intercontinental Championship. What I mean by major is, like, a heavyweight / main championship on a show. So, good for Kevin Owens. I'm glad. SmackDown, it was interesting, but there's nothing really too extraordinary that happened. Like, you had great matches, but nothing big happened. It was just kind of like a, alright, you know, there's been good matches, but, like, I don't even know what else to say about SmackDown, really. It was just kind of like a, alright, there's good matches, but nothing, like, extraordinary like that. So now I'm actually excited for Raw this week, because I want to see if Triple H comes back and explains why he did what he did with Pedigree and Rollins and Pedigree and Roman Reigns, because that would be a cool storyline. Now, because now this leads to speculation of, okay, is Seth Rollins going to be a face now? Is he going to be, like, someone that everyone feels sympathy for? Or is Kevin Owens going to be the face Like, is he gonna be a face? Like, what I mean by face is the good guy. So for people that don't know, is he gonna be the good guy? We don't know. There's actually a lot of speculation on who's gonna go what direction with the storyline. And oh my god. And honestly, I can't wait to see Raw tonight. Actually, it's tonight. Because it is Labor Day. This is a Labor Day special edition of the Dynamic Duo podcast. I'm actually off work today, which is nice. So I was like, alright, I'll just wait till Monday to actually do the podcast, because why not? My buddy, the Cowboy's going to the fair, and I don't want to go, and he's like trying to talk me into going. I don't want to go. But, excuse me, I'm not even tired. But, when it comes down to it, the sports world is going to get more intense because college football is honestly going to be taking up a lot of this channel's news. We'll put in some random stuff like what if we can find like YouTube news. I'll definitely talk about that. WWE news is always going to be talked about. I'm like the only one over here defending the turf. That's great. That's great. Dang it. Anyway, yeah, so just letting you guys know there's going to be WWE news, college football news, NFL news. Like, I'm going to even do some fantasy stuff, like for fantasy football users. So if they want to look up who may be good for the matchups this week, I'll definitely cover that too as well, because it makes it more interesting. Break it down real quick for everyone. And just letting you guys know what's coming up. If you guys want me to talk about different things, like other than what I have been talking about, let me know. Leave a comment. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Overwatch, actually, while I'm playing the game, I'll talk about it real quick. Have dropped a new map. And obviously, I'm playing competitive mode Season 2. But the new map is actually, it looks amazing. Like, for a animated like cartoon game that's not supposed to look realistic, it looks amazing. The actual like each of these maps look great on their own, like in their own turns, but like in general, like the map for this, I just got pinned and I got rocked. Wow. But like the new map, it's like based in Germany. It is an amazing looking map. Like, it's just, you wouldn't think Blizzard would come up with something so like mystique and actually good looking for like an animated game like this. It looks nice, and I like it a lot. So when it comes down to it, I'll do video game news, WWE news, college football news, NFL news. This Colin Kaepernick thing is actually going to keep going because of the fact that another thing, he sold more his jersey has sold more this past week than in the last 8 months, just because of this situation. That is pretty, in my opinion, in a way it's a good thing, but in a way it's a bad thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I may be wrong about the issue of people not wanting to come watch and play because of the whole thing. I may be wrong, but if that's the case, if I'm wrong, great. I'd rather be wrong. I really hope it's not just a publicity stunt so he got to stay on the team. Like, I really hope that he actually had the skill to actually, like, he did it for the reason why he did it, and not just for a publicity stunt. Because if he did for a publicity stunt to stay on the team, that's ridiculous. If he did it because he actually cares, great. But I still feel iffy about the whole kneeling during the national anthem thing. But if he's actually gonna, if it's actually for the cause he says it's for, I don't see why you need to keep kneeling, but we get the idea. But I just keep getting rocked by this Reinhardt. Oh my lord. But anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. It's been your boy G White 14 of the Dynamic Duo podcast, and we are out. And I think we lost. I'm gonna look. I don't know. We have not lost yet. I'll stay on till the end of this game. Well, till the end of this match. Alright. And that is it. We'll end it there. It's been your boy, GY14, and I am out.